This week we will be learning to record audio in Pro Tools. First thing we have to do is open up Pro Tools. It comes up in the toolbar like this, and we have to choose File, New Session. We're going to name this session your last name, week 11. For now we're going to save it to the desktop. When you do larger recordings, you'll want to save them to an external hard drive. We're going to record this as a WAV file in 44.1 kilohertz, which is what most CDs are recorded in. And then for now, we're going to keep this in 24-bit. We'll convert to 16-bit later. Now this screen opens up, and there's a lot of, I remember the first time I saw Pro Tools, there's a lot of it looks very complicated. But you can use some simple parts of Pro Tools and then learn about the other functions later. But I'm going to create a new track, and we're going to create one mono audio track. I create that, and my input is mic line 1, and the microphone should be plugged in to the blue inbox 2 going into input 1. I record enable this, and when I do, I can set my levels. And on the front of the inbox where it says input 1, there's a dial that you can turn in order to set your levels. If you get too hot, you'll clip and you'll get that red light. So you want to get it where it's just right. Okay, now I'm ready to record. I go over here, I click on the record button, and then the play. And I can push the space bar to stop it. Now, that time I hit a little bit of red. I would probably record this again and dial it back. A lot of times when you check your mics, you usually check your mics a lot softer than you actually play, so remember that. Okay, now we're going to bounce this. I turn off the record enable. I go up here in the gray section and I highlight this area. Then I go to File, Bounce to Disk. When I do that, I'm going to bounce it as analog 1 and 2, which is stereo. And we're going to keep this as a WAV file. And then stereo interleaved, that means it's going to bring both channels together to be a stereo file. Right now we just have one channel, so it doesn't matter. And we're going to change this back to 16-bit. I like to convert after bouncing. And then I'm going to bounce this. And I'm going to name this Jones Week 11. And I want to save this on the desktop. It'll say, do you want to replace this? Now it's bouncing this in real time. That means this was about 30 seconds long, and it'll take 30 seconds to bounce it. The way Pro Tools bounces in real time, you get a very good conversion. Pro Tools records very clean, where cheaper programs and other interfaces aren't as clean. Okay, now I have this on the desktop and I can drag it into iTunes and listen to it. Okay, then I want you to take that file and drag it into your folder on the server under Judah classes that you put stuff in before. I have that rolling cart set up for you. If you want to record piano, you can do that. If you wanted to lay down another track, you can do it the same way. You can create another track, like if you laid piano down on one track, you might want to lay down voice on another track. And then you can do multi-track recording. And it's a very clean way to do recording. So, that is it for today.